Hello and welcome to another speed build in The Sims. We're doing another smaller home. This one took a little while because it's based on a build I did a long time ago. But some of the building mechanisms I think have changed a little bit because I couldn't get some of the same skill sets to work. Basically what I had done a long time ago, and we're talking easily like 2015, 2016, probably something like that. I think I was still maybe in high school or just starting my university experience, something like that. I built a little round roofed house like this because I had been watching Tokidoki Traveler on YouTube, and she was still in her, well, maybe she wasn't still in, but I had just found the video where she was in her like 8-meter tiny apartment. This is not necessarily, this house is not necessarily based on that, but I had tried to recreate the living space of her little 8-meter apartment in The Sims. Not well. This was well before Tiny Living, which unfortunately I don't have installed right now. And this was well before, I think, actually, having said that, maybe this was even earlier because I don't believe we had any of our packs yet. Perhaps we were still in base game. In any case, I had so much fun with that, and I definitely had to be a little cheaty about the game to make it all work. But it was really fun, and the other day I was actually looking at that build because it's on my personal save, and it's really cute and it still functions, and I was like, I should try to recreate that. And what happened was this build went completely off the rails and turned into something absolutely different, but I love when a build does that. I've talked about that before. I love when a build kind of tells me what it wants to be, and this one very much was like, no, you're going to be much more inspired by like a little bit more industrial, a little bit French countryside. And while this is going out a lot later, the new window that they released as sort of an oops, we screwed up with the industrial loft kit a little while ago, that window is still fairly new. By the time this goes out, I don't know if it'll be fairly new, but so I wanted to use that too, and that inspired a lot of the builds. I was like, oh, I want to use that, so obviously this build needs to change a little bit. A couple of things that are weird with this build: that room upstairs does count as a room. I can move it, I can like drag it around the lot. It seems to count as an indoor room, except the lighting is borked. And off camera, I actually went through and added a ceiling and everything. Lighting stayed borked. So I don't really know what's up with that. Perhaps it'll work if you download it, but be advised, the room upstairs doesn't work. Here, actually, I apologize. I was supposed to get that out, but since I'm doing the voiceover and I've now seen it, it's probably going to stay in there. I'll forget. But there you can see me trying to kind of fix the lighting and stuff a little bit. The lighting downstairs works fine. Where you're actually going to be doing 90% of your playing works fine. Lighting down here is great. I had to do a lot of player testing with this build, though, because I did actually squish quite a bit in. It is a little bit of a small house, but the lighting upstairs does not work. And so the upstairs, the only thing that's up there is your wardrobe, your bed, and your desk space. So there is a computer in this house if you wanted to work from home, although, again, I don't know how much you want to work from home because the lighting upstairs doesn't work. These two Sims, too, you've met them before. They're on the channel. They're the newlywed couple. I sort of knocked down their house a little bit to build this. It's cool. It's saved in my library. I can put it back. But they seem to like this house too, so that's cool. But if you're curious about them, they are already up on the channel. If I remember, I'll put one of those little doodly-doos with the little information and link the video. I won't remember. Honestly, every time I say, oh, I'll remember to do that in a voiceover, is gone. I should keep a notepad here. I should start doing that, actually. In all realness, I should get like a little legal pad to put in front of me while I'm doing voiceovers. But because of that window, and that window being a little bit more industrial, the build here is a little bit more of an industrial style, which, again, was not what I was going for, because the build that this was based on, which you guys will never see, so I could just lie to you and say whatever, but the build that I was based on, it was based on, originally, is incredibly pink. Like, I was looking at it, and I was like, how was High School Amanda, who was very much like, I'm not like the other girls? I don't understand how High School Amanda was that in pink. But I was, so there you go. But that one turned out really cute, and it's got like a little pink cherry tree and stuff. And this build turned out, like I said, completely different. It had an entire mind of its own. I definitely have been into sort of the like industrial style lately, which is really interesting. Because it's not really my style in real life. Like, I like it a lot. I think it's really interesting, and I definitely enjoy people working with it, and the very sort of like mix between the soft green plants and all of the like coppers and stuff. I think that's maybe why I like it, because I love copper. But in real life, I am absolutely like a country cottage kind of person. But in The Sims, apparently I like building in industrial style, which I can't wait until I can get my hands on the industrial loft kit for that reason. I know a lot of people panned it. A lot of people were not into that. And I'm sure once I get it, I'll be like, did I need this? But in this particular case, I think that kit was kind of designed for me. So I'm very excited to be able. I've been waiting. So like, I know I keep saying like, oh, I can't wait till I get these packs and kits and get caught up. It's in the plans, y'all. I'm just an adult who lives on a 6-acre farm, and so every time I think, oh, I have a little bit of extra cash, the farm goes, no wait. So for example, my water trough like exploded. We got to -2 a couple weeks ago, and my water trough was like, hey, I heard you had savings again, so I'm just gonna not. Water troughs are expensive, that's annoying. But anyways, I digress. Also, that's why if the last couple voiceovers and stuff, I sound really like gross, it's because I was out dealing with the water and stuff, and it's been really, really cold, and it finally caught up with me a little bit. I'm fine, I'm just a little bit grody. Which is why I'm doing like the really gross sniffing, and I sound super grody, but I feel fine, so, and it's not COVID, no worries. It's not COVID, so we're all good. That's pretty much, I've noticed this, so a couple of friends of mine unfortunately tested positive, and so we've been talking a lot about it. They're okay. They're, young and healthy, and they're handling it. It's unfortunate, but it's a cold, so they're okay, because they have the immune system and stuff to handle it. But, what was I saying? Oh, we've been talking about COVID a lot, and, it's so funny because I've definitely gotten in the bad habit of, and I think everyone around me has gotten in the bad habit of, oh, it's not COVID, I'm not really sick, it's fine. And it's like, no, you're still gross, and you're still, because a while back, part of the reason I got way behind on recording, which is why I'm super glad I, recorded ahead, is over Christmas, I caught that gross cold that, a lot of the, school kids had. Every year, the school kids around here they pick some variant of something to get, and then everyone in the county gets it. So I definitely got that. But it wasn't COVID, and so the whole time I was like, I'm not really sick, it's not COVID. Not the right way to think about things, folks. We should not be doing that. But this was a whole digression that I didn't need to go on. Anyways, point being, with the house, I went a little industrial. We'll go back to that conversation. And I really like how it turned out. Also, that book I think is in the screenshots because I kept player testing a ton, and they just kept leaving stuff everywhere. So inconsiderate. I mean, I did destroy their house, so I guess perhaps it's fair, but how inconsiderate. Also, those are new. Those salt and pepper shakers, probably not by the time you see them, but I saw them because this was recorded. This part where I'm kind of redoing the kitchen a little bit was recorded. It was 2 days after the Christmas drop with the new Sims delivery system, which is interesting because the Sims delivery system has forced me to be online with this PC a lot more, which has led to some other things, like being a little bit more organized with my to-do lists and stuff being open on this computer. But it came with a lot of cute stuff was the point I was originally going to make. I was really excited about it. I still don't know how I feel about the Sims delivery system. I think mostly just because I have a hard time remembering where the documentation is for it. And so I get a little frustrated because they'll be like, new drop, and I'll be like, what? But I do think as a concept it's pretty cool. I like it. So, and I like that we're getting little things like salt and pepper shakers and bows and stuff. That's nice. And if they continue to use it for that kind of purpose, or the new hairs and stuff that just came out, that's quite exciting to me. If they continue to use it to just be like, hey, we wanted to give you this cool thing, I'm happy with that. That's cool. And if they want to make that the new thing, that's totally fine with me. And I guess it does kind of work out when they do things like, oops, we forgot a window, they can just give us a window and stuff like that, which is much appreciated. So I don't know, I'm kind of of split minds of it. Like I said, I don't like the idea of it kind of sneakily being like, you always have to be online, because I'm touchy about that with the farm internet situation, but I do like the idea that there's potentially more content coming because of that sort of thing. So I don't know. Maybe I should just say my opinion is incoming at this point. Unclear. And so, but yeah, so we did get the Christmas stuff. We got bows and those little salt and pepper shakers, which are really cute and will be used everywhere now. I do love those. I actually just put them in a new build that I'm working on and stuff. So, and I've been building really slowly lately too, which is kind of nice. It sucks because I'm gonna get really behind on content if I'm not careful. But it means that I actually just played the new stuff on time. So, but the bathroom was pretty standard. It's my standard tile on tile bathroom, except this time I did tan because I wanted to use that shower tub combo, and it came in tan, so I went with that. But same basic bathroom. Honestly, I don't really know how to do cute bathrooms. Some people do amazing bathrooms, and if I sit down to only build a bathroom, I will do kind of a cool bathroom, I think. But the problem is especially in these houses, I'm I have 6 tiles. Nothing cool is going to happen in this bathroom, So this is another side note, another probably not super pet friendly build. Not only is there not pet stuff in here because I just simply didn't. I didn't think there was really space and stuff, but also with the ladder, your pet can't go upstairs. And actually in this house, quite a bit of stuff is upstairs. So that would be a little bit of a disappointment for your pet. So probably not the most pet-friendly build. You'd have to put stairs in if you had wanted to have a pet in here, which I don't think you couldn't do. You may have to bump the walls out one more, which would then make the upstairs bigger, which would maybe make the lighting work. Unclear. And also the last few builds, I haven't done curtains because I got annoyed and just decided to not to. The curtains were driving me bonkers. So maybe I put curtains upstairs in this build, but I don't think so. And I definitely don't think I put them downstairs. But this build is also part of that sort of living space is what I was going to say. That's not correct. The sort of neighborhood is the word I'm looking for. Words, not my friend today. Sort of the neighborhood I've been building where the idea was small indoor spaces with outdoor spaces. However, this house doesn't have any outdoor space because it's up against the canal, I think, or something like that. Anyway, yeah, you can see it behind. It's up against the canal and stuff, and so not a lot of Sims walk behind this house or anything. So this house is going to hopefully be next to like maybe the park living space I'm thinking about building, so it's going to benefit more from that than having its own outdoor space. I did put a couple big trees, and I was thinking maybe if they end up having like kids or something like that, you could put play equipment, although there's not really space for kids in this house. Anyways, this house doesn't have really its own outdoor space. It's going to be the house that benefits from everyone else's outdoor space, and it's going to highly probably influence the outdoor space that we build as sort of a park. I really want to build a park. I want to build several parks, so I've had multiple ideas about parks. I'm not talking about the building, and I'm sorry, this is off the rails. It's never not going to be off the rails. I've given up on staying on topic. But I want to build a couple different parks. One in here, obviously, that's a little bit like set up for young adults, so there's like barbecues and hangout spaces, and I was thinking about maybe doing like a movie in the park setup. It might be kind of cool. And then I want to build one, I think, in Newcrest on that. I think it's Newcrest has that like 15 by 20 lot that's really tiny. And I thought, how fun would it be to do a tiny park for like kids specifically, and like have some toddler stuff and some kid stuff, and have like a play fort. Because I was very lucky to grow up in an area that had lots of really fun play forts and parks and stuff, and lots of really good park spaces. Lots of really, really good park spaces. And so, like, I want to give that to my Sims, especially, too, because toddlers came so late in the game. There is nothing really for toddlers to do outside the home unless you specifically set that up. And I am really, really bad at being a homebody in The Sims. Like, my Sims never go anywhere, and I'm trying to fix that. And part of the way I'm trying to fix that is by creating public spaces where every Sim has something to do and enjoys. So a park for kids and toddlers where the parents could go, and there's maybe like a little reading space or something for the parents to go sit and, you know, be parents about things. But lots of spaces for the kids to interact, make lots of friends. That would be ideal. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that in Newcrest because there's a decent amount of kids in Newcrest. But yeah, that's an idea too. Ignore the lot over there too. That's going to be the park. But ignore the lot with all of the countertops just sitting out there. I was working on some CC, and then I keep that uninstalled in my game when I'm doing builds and stuff because I don't want to accidentally use it. Because it's my CC and it's not good. I've been playing with Sims 4 Studio. Basically, all I want is just timber tops on timber countertops, like butcher block and stuff. That's all I want. But I have been talking for a long time about just going through and, like, especially the base game swatches, just like updating them a little bit because this game is now 7? Yeah, 7 years old. And then just being like, here, humans, enjoy. I don't make CC, so I don't know how they work. I don't know. But anyways, that's why there's just something over there with random counters, is because I actually took the Island Living counters and I made them timber tops with the waterfall side, and that was really pretty. Too. Which is completely an aside and something that will probably not be on the channel for a very long time because I don't know how to test CC, and I will not put out something that is untested because, well, I say that someone's gonna, like, 3-4 years from now when I've actually gotten brave and done something, someone's gonna come back and clip this and be like, but anyways, here's the house, here's the screenshots. I am so all over the place, it's ridiculous, so I think I'm just gonna leave you here. Hope you're having a great Friday. I love this house and the way it turned out. I think it's really cool. I can't wait to come back and put another tiny house and a park in here. And I can't wait for some of the other builds coming out, and I can't wait for you guys to see them. And I'm so excited about 2022, which I know we're not supposed to say and all that. But anyways, I'm in a good mood, and I really like this build. And that's all. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.